Hey people, injured here, 1v1, Quest's Heresy, blue side. It's Tex as an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. This is the Lunar Wolves elite scheme. And up against is Forestradio, who I think went random and got a brother captain durable commander that walks through objects and cannot be suppressed on very good offense and support, and some decent disruption options too. Fights in melee combat. Quest's Heresy, the ugliest map ever, but here we are. Southeast contested VP. Expect to see scouts loitering around there, capping it a lot. So, Space Marines versus Grey Knights. What do you do? I think the answer is snipers. Try and get them up quickly. They will obviously outshoot the Grey Knight infantry from range and also do a fair bit of damage to the brother captain himself, since they have that nice damage bonus versus commander armor. This guy terrorizing tactical marines already, and scouts are there to weigh in. Needs to be careful or he's going to lose one of these tactical marines. That was a very nice special attack, and now he can try and focus fire this guy and get him out of there. A good way to deal with the brother captain early on, much like the Hive Tyrant, is to swarm them with melee once you've shot them down a little bit. But of course, can't really do that with Space Marines early on in a way. Certainly not. Here come Stormtroopers and Strike Squad. There is We Are the Hammer again. I think he is going to drop one of Tactical Marines. There you see it. The Storm Bolters of the Strike Squad do not mess around. 15 DPS per model, I believe it is, which is higher than Tactical Marines. Though Tactical Marines, of course, have those Kraken Bolts ability. Stormtroopers on capping duty here for Forestradio. Gone double Stormtroopers, I imagine, into operatives. There they are. What does Tex do here?
Go ahead.
I'd get double scouts, double tactical marines perhaps. Maybe double scouts into assault marines. They need to be careful of the tier 2 brother captain giving your assault marines a very bad day. No sign of sniper rifles. How much is it? Is it 35 power? I think it is.
Go ahead.
It makes your scouts very important because you're also probably going to want to get the sergeant up, since there's infiltrate operatives running around. In this instance anyway, hasn't seen them yet. Operatives now in 2.4.2 do not begin with the stun bomb. You need to purchase the fallback plan upgrade to give them the stun. So I think you should just leave it. Don't get the fallback plan. It's not super needed. I mean, you can still sneak around and open up with those shotguns with that nice 3-second burst that they have. 479, 461. Where are the operatives? There they are. Just saw them open up on these scouts, and it's devastators for Tex. Really? Wow, was not expecting that. Brother Caps can just get Blessed Aegis and run into them, I think, unless they're supported by a bunch of stuff. If not, get the sword and run into them. He is getting the Aegis. I guess he doesn't want to get the sword because he wants the halberd in tier 2. But yeah, Devastators, I think, I'm not going to do a whole lot. If you get one, I think you have to get two and keep them close together. Easily going to get in there. They won't even set up. But I think even if they are fully set up, he can run in with Blessed Aegis. Maybe not if they have Vengeance rounds active. I think he can't run into that. And these guys do have advanced target, and maybe that's why he's gone for it. Or he's going to get straight into a Librarian, try some Veil of Time shenanigans. Apothecary's got the Sanguine Chainsword. It's very tempting to get this. Allows you to be aggressive with your Apothecary early on. You can go after those Stormtroopers and get models off. Even go in amongst Strike Squad and do some work. But Anointed Power Axe would have been great to be a bit more scary to the Strike Squad, certainly. These scouts with a sergeant, so maybe we're not going to see sniper rifles. I think they're the way to go against Grey Knights. They don't have those interceptors in tier 1 anymore. You can of course get a teleporting brother captain in tier 2, which is going to be a pain in the arse to say the least for the Devastators. Now, does he get more Devastators, or does he go for tier 2 Librarian? Even if he gets more Devs, I think he should still get that Librarian up. He's got to, surely. I think it's the way to go. I would have gone... I say I would have gone like I'm a good 1v1 player. I am not. Let's be clear. But I would have gone double scouts, double tactical marines with Librarian support. just split and try and annoy that brother captain, because he's going to be running around with the halberd in tier 2, definitely. Here comes the Devastators, the second Devastator squad. Does he get double advanced targeting? And try and focus fire that brother captain, try and catch him.
We're losing a power node to
He's going to teleport on one of them though, in tier 2, isn't he? Surely he's going to get it. So then what do? That's why you need the librarian, so you can veil off time and get out of there. There it is. Apothecary trying to block him, but he still runs in with We Are the Hammer active and that Blessed Aegis. Yeah, you need to support your devs if you're going to try and use them against this guy. You needed the sniper rifle near them. Does he have snipers yet? No. Maybe he's not going to get them. I guess if you're standing around shooting stuff with the sniper rifles, you're not running around and capping. And he might lose another model here. Here come Tactical Marines though. They can help force off this guy. They're going to take the heavy cover though and outshoot the rest of that stuff. There's the retreat from the brother captain. Now Devastators can move up and defend this VP. Oh, we see the Warrior Acolyte on the field for the Stormtroopers. Gives them a little bit more punch in the melee combat, but you typically get this guy for the Health Regen aura. I think it's also an Energy Regen aura. Or is it? No, I don't think it is. And he gives them 25% more damage, which is freaking nice. Might see some plasma guns up in tier 2. Tier 2 for both players now. Forestradio. What's he going to go for? Might see the Terminator Librarian. Don't think we'll see a Dreadnought anytime soon against double Devastators. Did he get advanced targeting for both of them? No, he didn't. Second one is moving up. It's going to be interesting to see. Has he seen both of the Devastators yet? If he does see both of them, we might see some Vindicator Assassin usage. I love that guy. I think that's an awesome unit. Very fun to use. Especially since the other snipers had their damage per shot toned down. Vindicator Assassin now feels like a very powerful sniper unit. Combat stims maybe for the Apothecary in tier 2 to further support the Devastators alongside Veil of Time. 385, 432. Vengeance rounds, they are doing big damage to the brother captain there. Infiltrated operatives moving in though. Scouts are off capping somewhere, so I don't think he's going to force anything off, but he's going to make these guys reposition at least. Can the Apothecary get in there quickly? No, they don't reposition. Good special attack, and Flamer doing work there. Double scouts moving up. Brother captain able to get in. And a very nice special immediately. Really is a good special, that. Good knockback strength. And a decent chunk of damage, it seems. Oh, there's the halberd. This is going to be painful. And he has to teleport back. Halberd, a splash damage. Power melee weapon. Grenade on retreat. And it's 35 power, I think. Surely this thing should be 50 power. It actually was 50 power at some point and was reduced. Yeah. A lot of the top tier commander melee weapons are all 50 power, and this one isn't. I guess because it doesn't give him an ability, but neither does, you know, Crushing Claws or the War Boss Power Claw. I guess they are heavy melee weapons, but this thing is so painful, especially since he can teleport in on you. He's still level 1, and scouts are no weapon upgrades. Terminator Librarian it is for Forestradio. That's so he can get Shroud in, I think, or Kodakame turn him, put Shroud in on himself and then fire off that smite and really put some pain on those Devastators. Could also put Shroud in on the brother captain. That would be nasty. 25% more damage on the halberd. There he is, teleporting in. Devastator's in trouble. Smack. Might actually get the whole squad here. Smack. He's certainly going to get 2 of the models. Does he need to get one more? Oh, they get away. 385, 341 is a double cap for Tex. He hasn't got a Librarian up. Really? What is he going for? Is he going for the Dreadnought? There's the Rhino from Forestradio. Expecting the Dreadnought, perhaps. I really think he should get the Librarian up. With double devs. And he could get a plasma gun on his Tactical Marines maybe. Or, I suppose, a rocket launcher or missile launcher or whatever. Once he sees that Rhino, which I assume is going to get vehicle armor immediately. Otherwise, it doesn't want to get anywhere near those Devastators. Apothecary doing well with this Sanguine Chainsword. This next purchase is huge. I think the Dreadnought is a bad idea, but he is going for it. Because this Rhino is going to get a las cannon immediately, and he's going to be able to shoot down that Dreadnought from range. We could also see side cannon from the strike squad to help out. I think that's a mistake from Pex, but we will see. Certainly knows what he's doing a lot more than I do. Brother Captain being a huge pain in the arse down there. Devastator's on capping duty. We have a 1-to-1 cap, but the Apothecary is decapping Forest's natural. Dreadnought does come onto the field. Does he upgrade it with something? Does he get the Multi-Melter up? Once he sees the Razorback, he might. So he can kind of force melee on it, and while he chases it, shoot that Multi-Melter. The Multi-Melter is awesome, but is he going to be able to get close enough to use it? Strike squad with their Justicar. That was, I think, mainly for the energy burst, which will thoroughly annoy the Apothecary, draining his energy and reducing his speed. Brother Captain levels to 2. Here is the Dreadnought. Did he see it before he retreated out there? I'm not sure. He's keeping it in melee for now. Operatives have their Sergeant, so they have that, what's it called? Satchel charge. Oh, Apothecary ate a las cannon to the jaw, I think. It went down. It got nerfed against regular infantry, but I still think it does a job for you against heavy infantry and heroes and stuff. Strike squad able to close in melee combat, and they are going for the Cybolt's ammunition. It's not a cheap upgrade, as you can see there. 20 power gives them 20% more range damage, I think, which adds up because their Justicar does plasma damage now. Or has for a while. Oh! Just as I select the scouts, they get their sniper rifles up. Much later than I thought, but we do have sniper rifles. Oh, he lost his Devastators. They were there, I think. Terminator Librarian, I'm sure, had something to do with that. Shrouding himself and going after them, but we have more Devastators on the way for Tex. No Librarian. I think that the combination of the Veil of Time and having another reasonably good melee unit around would have been great. But we will see. He has the snipers up now, and they will do a lot of damage to this Terminator Librarian. There we see it. Smack. Wow, big chunks of damage on this guy. There was a smite. Damage is evenly distributed there, and Tex needs to retreat here because there's a bunch of stuff inside this Rhino. And there's the full retreat, and he should be fine. Satchel charge on retreat. Very difficult to time that, and he doesn't even try, in fact. The Dreadnought is marching around, breaking stuff. Tactical Marines get a heal in the heavy cover of these pipes. Strike squad moving in. Well, here comes the Apothecary. I don't think Forest has noticed this. There we go, he notices. Level 2 Apothecary. Forestradio now marching, well, driving around the map with this Rhino, getting out, causing havoc, and he's sending the Dreadnought in. This is a risk. What are these operatives trying to do? Are they trying to throw their satchel charge on the Devastators? They're getting absolutely owned by the Dreadnought here. That was the Emperor's Fist. And here are double sniper scouts trying to repair. Desperately trying to repair, but now the Dreadnought's out of range. I don't think the Rhino's going to chase it. Maybe it should have. Maybe he should have just chased it down there, because it does have vehicle armor, right? Yes. You can tell because it's got 500 hit points. And he did not try and chase down, but there goes the Brother Captain wrecking Devastators wiped out there. Ouch. And it was a sync kill, so he didn't take much damage while he was performing it. So that's the second Devastator squad down. He's still got one. And now he has to decide, does he go tier 3 with this Tex? It's tier 3 for Forestradio. I think I would stay tier 2. Get a Librarian up, get Plasma Gun, Tactical Marines, because I imagine Forest wants to get some Terminator variants on the field if he's going tier 3. Maybe we'll see Interceptors to go after that Dreadnought. Does he really need them though? Interceptors are fantastic now in their tier 3 guys. I really like them as a tier 1 unit. Well, they were fun to use anyway. I guess they weren't great at what they did, but with their side cannons and crack grenade, they are an awesome teleporting anti-vehicle unit. Down goes this pipe. Yes, you had it coming. Satchel Charge getting caught on terrain there. Loading back up into the Rhino. Double dreadnoughts for Tex. I imagine he's going to get a ranged weapon on one of them, but what does he go for? Does he go for the multi-motor to try and chase down this Rhino? Even if he can't catch it, I mean, making the Rhino drive around puts pressure on your opponent to try and control it, and vehicles, as we know, are not the easiest thing to control in Dawn of War 2. Snipers getting shots, doing good damage to that brother captain. Maybe he should get triple snipers up or something. Tactical Marines will easily force off these stormtroopers. And, oh, double multi-melter. Needs to keep distance on that Rhino. Needs to keep moving. He stopped. There we go. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. A side cannon for the Strat Squad, maybe. He's going forward. And down goes the Rhino. See what I mean about pathing vehicles in Dawn of War 2? I think that was because it couldn't get around this VP, maybe. And Forrest ordered it to go like around here, so it went forward instead of going all the way around. I think that's what happened there. It looks like it should be able to get around that VP, but maybe it can't. Down goes the brother captain. That must have been freaking satisfying. So, yeah, I'm not sure what Forrest did to make it do that. But that was funny. Terminate Librarian. Still with the Codicum Aeternum. Paladins, I guess. Paladins are the obvious choice here against two ranged dreadnoughts. These guys will not have the melee resistance aura. What are these scouts doing? Where's the others? Very strangely split. What's this guy up to? That's some serious split. Paladins on the way. Those guys can now retreat, of course, as of 2.4. And it's a pretty good map for them, I think. Can easily chase into this kind of power area and then retreat out. They do have a 5-minute cooldown on their withdraw now, much like Grey Knight Terminators, but it does not start on cooldown. So you can do that very powerful alpha strike of teleporting in immediately and then retreating out. You can't do that again for 5 minutes, but doing it the first time might be enough to do some serious damage. Scouts repairing, and he must be expecting tier 3 stuff. He does have a plasma gun up on the tactical marines. Is there combat stims? No, he's going for Armored Apothecarian. He's not expecting that. That's really expensive. Is it because he wants to sprint around like this? Strat Squad, no weapon upgrade for these guys. Stormtroopers now have their Sergeant and their Acolyte. And Inquisitorial Operatives, no fallback plan yet.
300 points remaining.
Dreadnoughts can walk through these walls. These are heavy crush walls. Here come the Paladins. They're going to go straight for side cannons, I imagine, yes. And there's the shrouding on them too. So they're going to teleport in. And as soon as they do, he needs to run away with those Dreadnoughts. Run back, run back, run back. There he is, trying to get out of there. Oh no, don't turn around. That was a special attack from the... Was that their holy ground? I don't think it was. It was just a special. Don't think they have their... Whatever that thing is called. Libra Demonica. There we go. So this is most likely a dead dreadnought. Oh, special attack might have saved it. They're chasing with the side cannon. They're in their melee charge. And the dreadnought is going to get owned, I think. Down goes one of the Paladin models. But they can just retreat out after this, remember. So it's not going to wipe them out. Down they go, yes. And now they can just retreat. There we go. There's that alpha strike. There's that very, very dangerous immediate impact from the Terminator variants of Grey Knights. Tech's going for some more Dreadnought action. So those guys do get away okay. And you can reinforce, I believe it's 108.25 to reinforce Paladins. Maybe 106, something like that. Shrouding and Paladins and being able to retreat. Nasty combo. But they certainly did a hell of a lot of damage to them. That one Dreadnought basically was doing all that damage with their multi-melter. We have some Plasma Gun Tactical Marines also. And Tex is keeping the pressure up here. Taking his natural VP back and is going for Forest Natural. There's that Sanctuary thing from the Terminator Librarian. One of his starting abilities. And here's a second Dreadnought. And I imagine he's going to keep this thing melee so he can use the Emperor's Fist to stun and knock back the Paladins. Space Marines can somewhat have issues dealing with melee Terminator variants. They don't really have a way to stop them moving aside from that Emperor's Fist to stun them. I guess a Plasma Cannon shot would knock them over. Does the Land Raider Frag Assault knock over Terminators? I'm not sure, but that would also do it. Apart from that, you're going to have to split your forces and pour damage on. Here come Paladins. Here comes the melee Dreadnought though. There's the Emperor's Fist, and he needs to be very careful with his Tactical Marines. He needs to keep the Tactical Marines moving, and he's not doing so. He's trying to fight this brother captain in melee. Obviously Tex is keeping an eye on his Dreadnoughts, and he's not looking at his Tactical Marines. Down goes, was that the Sergeant going down? Not sure. Oh, there's the new Dark Excommunication. The global ability for Grey Knights now only stops abilities in a specific area, not the entire map. Paladins are going to take down this Dreadnought, but I think he's going to lose them. 285-69. Keep that Dreadnought moving. Do not stop it. Do not try and get the shot in. He's trying to get the shot in. Should have kept it moving, I think. So down goes the Dreadnought, but the Paladins are going to get taken out. But Tex did not pay attention to his Tactical Marines and loses them. And that is a massive loss. If he kept his Tactical Marines around, that would have been kind of decent-ish. But he just wasn't paying attention to him for quite a long time there, I think. And loses them. Brother Captain now on capping duty, level 4. What is Operative up to? Getting wrecked by a Dreadnought. Getting a lot of XP, this guy. Oh, wow, look at the damage from that shrouded single Psy Cannon on the Strat Squad. Devastator's getting shots in, but unable to suppress those Strat Squad from that range. 285-47. It's a 1-to-1 cap. Tex has a healthy VP lead, but he just took heavy losses, losing a Dreadnought and Tactical Marines. Even though he got the Paladins down, that was painful. And here comes some Interceptors. Awesome, we're going to see some tier 3 Interceptors in action. Don't think I've seen them used once. But as I said, they are a fantastic anti-vehicle, well, anti-everything, I guess. They're Psy Cannons, but with the crack grenade, really, really painful for vehicles. This is bad news. Need to run away. Why is he staying here? There we go. He's going to lose them, maybe. Nope, they get away. 274-46. The Strat Squad using Purification on the Terminator Librarian there. You may have noticed to give him his energy back, or give him some energy back even. I think it's 30 energy it returns. Tex is in tier 3 with tons of red. And once he sees the Interceptors, I think he should try and get some Vanguard veterans up. Certainly doesn't want to tank with these guys around, and they already have their grenades. Gives them crack grenades and psych out grenades, which are also awesome. And crack grenades were changed both for the Interceptors and the Kasrkin. They now detonate on impact, but they no longer snare or disable vehicles in any way, so they're basically just the damage burst. 274-36. That Tactical Marine loss is so painful for Tex. Would have made it a lot more difficult for the Interceptor to do their thing if those Tactical Marines were still around with a plasma gun shooting at them. What is that buff? Is that Mind Blades? A new visual for Mind Blades? I'm not sure. It might be. It's a cool visual. That's the global ability of the Brother Captain. A damage increase and a melee skill increase, I believe it is. They're just going to teleport out here. There we go. And they're doing some serious damage to the Dreadnought. You don't see them with their Justicar because it's, I don't think it's much use purchasing that guy anymore. He has a melee weapon, so he's not giving you any more range damage. Well, he's giving you a little bit with his Stormbolter, I guess. But I think they're much better in this focused role of teleporting anti-large target kind of thing. Get off their crack grenade there, but they lose a model. The Justicar does give you the Furious Intervention, I suppose, and these guys can swap to their melee weapons at will, but they're not a super powerful melee squad. They're very useful though, to say the least. If you wipe all of the vehicles on the field and your enemy's left with a bunch of ranged squads, switch to your melee weapons, get your Justicar up, and you're causing all sorts of problems then, in a different way. 20836, more interceptors for Forestradio. Tex calls in Terminators, really? I don't think they're going to do a whole lot for him here. Why would you get Terminators up? He's got some more scouts which I think were needed, but I think he should have gone for Vanguard Veterans to jump those interceptors and put some pressure on. They pretty much would have done a good job versus everything, the Vanguard Veterans. Apart from the brother captain, of course. They want to stay clear of him. Interceptors teleporting in. Then, shooting at the Terminators who are forcing melee combat, as they should, I suppose. Dreadnought chasing. Where are the other interceptors? They're over on the... Oh, here we come. The end of the Dreadnought, I think. That is shrouding on those guys. It's a lot of damage. From 6 side cannons, that's a lot of damage. I think they are 23 explosive DPS per gun, which is the same as the... And there's a dead Terminators as well. I'm not sure why he got those guys. Maybe he wanted to get the side cannon, just use them as a shooty platform that inspires stuff, but he was a little bit too aggressive with them there. Had them all the way up here, trying to cap. Scouts, very strangely split up again. Where is the other model? I don't even know. Is he back at base? No idea. Very odd. Is this... Yeah, he's back at base. That is weird. Bashing power as well. There we go. Look at that. Double interceptors. Absolutely wrecking power. As I was saying, that's the 23 DPS is the same as the Strike Squad side cannon. I think the Purgation get better side cannons. Down goes the Apothecary. There's a Hell Fury. Apothecary repurchase. Oh, Laramans even. Back at base. And there we go. Assault Marines on the way. Should have got them up, I think, instead of the Terminators. Then maybe try and got a nuke off, perhaps. 155-36. But yeah, Tex is under pressure, to say the least. There's the double. And Forrest surely has this game. LOL. You're not giving up though.
Go ahead.
Here come Assault Marines with those big chunky jetpacks on the Lunar Wolves elite scheme. And there's the Sergeant. Is he going to go straight for Vanguard Veterans? Shrouded interceptors are scary. Breaking walls even with their awesomeness. And here's that brother captain. What is the Apothecary doing? There we go. Does he have anything else? Oh, he has that already Apothecarian still. Assault Squad do have their Sergeant eating a big smite though from a level 3 Terminator Librarian. There's a Sanctuary and he's now purchasing Vanguard Veterans, so as long as he doesn't lose all of the models, he's not too bothered. They're just going to call in the Vanguard Veterans. Wow, is he going to make it? Just about does so. Here they are. Oh, they get different jump packs. That is weird. These guys with a Lightning Claw, 2 Power Swords and a Thunder Hammer. There's Angels of Death, but these guys are getting owned pretty badly. I guess everything's together like this and the Vanguard Veterans are unsupported. They're not going to do a whole lot trying to teleport, jump out even. And they do jump out, but there's the double cap and some Grey Knight Terminators on the way for Forestradio, just to make it more difficult for Tex to try and get back into this game. He's still not giving up though. Apothecary levels to 5. Done pretty well, I think, with this Sanguine Chainsword. This guy would have maybe saved, had a slightly less aggressive tier 1, a slightly less successful tier 1, and gone for the United Power Axe to do more in tier 2 maybe, but he went for the Sanguine Chainsword. It did some good work for him. gives him more charge distance. Wow, gives him quite a big charge distance. It doesn't actually tell me the DPS of it here. Hopefully that could be added in. Not sure what it is. I don't think it's a huge amount. Around about 50 DPS melee maybe. Sanctuary on the Space Marine Librarian, who I was expecting to see way earlier. I thought this guy was going to be the first tier 2 purchase. But here he is. Doing a good job versus the Terminator Librarian. Look at him go. Can he really outfight that guy? Surely not. He's level 3. 2-to-1 cap. Side cannons doing all that goodness. And Brother Captain takes down the Apothecary at the end. And there it is. The 2-to-1 cap sees the end of the game. Here are some Grey Knight Terminators as well coming in late game with their Liber Demonica. Brother Captain got to level 7. He was a terror. Where do you have it? Some composition mistakes, I think, for text. Well, I'm not sure if they're mistakes, just things I didn't agree with. Let's put it like that. But hey, he's a much better 1v1 player than me, so maybe he made all the right calls and just couldn't pull it out against these Grey Knights, who did a really good job. Operatives did go down eventually. Paladins went down. But yeah, he lost 3 Dreadnoughts and Tactical Marines techs. So there you have it. Really was expecting that Librarian, but I guess not. Saw him right at the end there. Late to the party, Librarian. Anyway, there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.